Thrakis checked his watch. He had to make a decision. We must leave immediately. There are certain security protocols that must be followed. Excellent. Hakobyan patted Katrakis on the knee, a patronizing gesture. A good son makes a father glad. Katrakis rolled down his window and called to his chauffeur. Wolfie, it's time to go. The crunching tires of the black Mercedes limousine pulled out of the cemetery and onto the paved road, heading back up the ladders when he called for them to abandon ship. Now they were all assembled in the conference room, modeled after the White House's Situation Room. High-backed leather chairs lined a long, polished mahogany table, while large digital monitors hung on the walls for displaying information or for live video conferencing. Caprio's looks like his graying ginger hair circling the ground of his nearly bald head, like a tonsured warrior monk. Linda Ross was also present. Despite her helium-pitched voice, tall, lean figure, and green, almond-shaped eyes, all of which gave her an elfin look, Ross was the vice president of operations and number 3 in command on the Oregon after Juan and Max. The Oregon's communications director, Lebanese-American Hali Kassim, sat to Linda's right. You were all in on our comms, so you know the basics, Juan began. There are only 3 reasons why the captain would scuttle his own ship and kill his crew, or let them kill even a government operation. The key in figuring out who they are is trying to find out what they were carrying, Juan said. He pointed at the communications director. Holly, any chance with that encrypted satellite burst the sniffer grabbed? The Oregon carried a wide array of NSA-quality electronic intelligence gathering equipment that the crew referred to collectively as the sniffer. It was capable of sweeping, recording, and decoding any and all electromagnetic data above and below the sea from miles around. The Cray supercomputer decoded it just a few minutes ago. It was a simple sequence of numbers. The first 3 numbers were I check. Do you want me to put in an anonymous call to the Suriname authorities about the trauma? Untraceable to us, of course, Holly said. Juan shook his head. It's not a shipping hazard at that depth. Let's hold off until we get some clarity. Roger that. Cabrillo glanced around the table. He couldn't have been more proud of this team. And all the other crew on the Oregon. They were all professionals who followed wherever he led. That was an honor and a responsibility he held dear. Shall I resume our course for New Orleans? Linda asked. Aye, Juan said. Unlike the fictional Sunbu Baron, the Oregon was scheduled for a food resupply. But not just any food. The Oregon's chefs, worthy of Michelin stars, demanded only the finest ingredients. The incredible menus they prepared were just one of the many perks of serving on the Oregon, often gone away from home for months. He checked his watch. I have a call to take in just a few minutes. You all are dismissed. Everyone shuffled out in good spirits, while Juan remained impatiently behind. He couldn't wait to find out what was coming their way next. 5 minutes later, while the corporation was free to take on any jobs it wanted, Juan never took on anything that put the United States at risk. He and Overholt were cut from the same cloth, old-school American patriots. And more often than not, it was Overholt who employed him, and at a very lucrative rate. Still vertical, I'll have my people take a gander and see what they come up with. Of course. Still on for a restock in New Orleans. A quick stop, unless you have other plans. Fill up your larder, then you'll head down to a little assignment I'd like you to carry out. Where? Mexico. And howling. There was a long